In the heart of the cemetery, a lantern's glow cut through the dense mist, revealing the silhouettes of ancient gravestones. The night was cold and an eerie silence enveloped the area, broken only by the occasional rustling of leaves. The moon hung high, casting an otherworldly glow over the landscape. As the figure moved closer, the air seemed to thicken with anticipation, as if the very ground held its breath. The figure paused before the entrance of an old mausoleum, its stone facade weathered by time and covered in creeping vines. The door stood slightly ajar, revealing darkness within. From inside, a faint whispering could be heard, like the wind through the trees or distant voices carried on the breeze. The lantern's light danced across the threshold, casting flickering shadows that seemed to beckon the figure forward. Inside the mausoleum, the air was thick with dust, swirling in the lantern's glow. The walls were lined with plaques, their inscriptions worn and barely legible. At the center of the chamber stood an altar, shrouded in cobwebs, its surface covered in a fine layer of dust. The whispers grew louder, resonating through the stone walls, as if the voices of the past were eager to share their stories. The figure approached the altar, noticing a hidden compartment beneath its surface. Carefully, they opened it to reveal an old journal, its pages yellowed and fragile. As the journal was lifted, the whispers intensified, as if the very words on the pages were alive. The lantern's light illuminated a delicate script, and the figure began to read, drawn into the stories of those who had come before. Each page of the journal unfolded a tale of love, loss, and unfinished business, echoing the lives of those long gone. The figure read on, feeling a deep connection to the voices, as if they were there in the room, sharing their secrets. The whispers took on a comforting tone, wrapping around the figure like a warm embrace, urging them to understand and remember. As the last page was turned, the whispers began to fade, leaving behind a profound silence. The figure gently closed the journal, placing it back in the compartment. The lantern's light dimmed, casting softer shadows as they exited the mausoleum. Outside, the mist seemed to lift slightly, and a sense of peace settled over the graveyard, as if the souls within had finally been heard.